evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page for Tuesday, the 28th of February. And I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Bath United wins the game over in St. Kitts, and in our feature for this evening, carnage at the ETW. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Well, I'm back and we start with some good news in football. We have some updates from the SKNFA matches played between Friday 24th to Sunday 26th February. On Friday 24th February in the Premier Division at Newtown Playing Field, HE Garden Hospice took on St. Peter's. The final score, 1 goal all. Scoring for Spurs, Chevin Allen in the 20th minute, and scoring for St. Peter's, Chevin Boston in the 74th. Saturday 25th in the Premier Division at Newtown Playing Field, match 1, MFCR United Old Road Jets versus Security Forces United. Final score, 5 goals zip, and that was in favor of United Old Road Jets. In match 2, Sol Island Otto Connery took on Rams Village Superstars. Final score, 3 goals to 2 in favor of Rams Village Superstars. Then on Sunday, the 26th of February, in the Premier Division at Warner Park, match 1, Fast Cash Saddlers United versus our very own Hot Springs Bath United. Final score, 1 goal to 0 in favor of Hot Springs Bath United. Scoring for Bath, Chris Brown in the 49th minute. Then in match 2, SL Hospital St. Paul's took on Jones Group Sandy Point. Final score, 3 goals to 1 in favor of the St. Paul's team. Now to cricket. Well, who says that Test cricket is boring? New Zealand became only the 4th team in history to win a Test match after following on, and the 2nd to win by a 1-run margin as they wrestled the game away from England on a dramatic final day in Wellington. Neil Wagner was the catalyst with a short ball assault during the afternoon session, and he capped the comeback by taking the final wicket amid rising tension at the Basin Reserve. Wagner finished with 4 wickets for 62 runs. Summarized scores: New Zealand 209, Southee 73, Broad 4 for 61, Anderson 3 for 37, and 483, Williamson 132, Blundell 90, Latham 81, Leach 5 for 157, beat England 435 for 8 declared, Brook 186, Root 153 not out, Henry 4 for 100 and 256, Root 95, Wagner 4 for 62, Southee 3 for 45. New Zealand won by 1 run. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Don't tell me that boy started doing the same thing to you again, you know.
I love him, you know, but I don't know why he keep doing this to me.
Ben, you really need to do something about this. This man ain't like he gonna stop, and I can't afford to lose a best friend.
What I gonna do? Nobody understand what I'm going through. And I'm afraid because of something things get worse. Plus, Navy's people always armed up in their business. It's best if I just keep to myself.
I hear there are some real good counselors at social services downtown that help people with heart and that problem. Plus, you could go to the Charleston Police Station and get a protection order to safely get this man in your life. Babe, you deserve much better than me. Tips, these people are really professional.
How would I know everybody ain't gonna hear me business?
I went to one time and the counselor kept all my information confidential, which means when you set one in the room, stay with her in the room. You don't need these people will always have a security staff, whether that's something really goes on. These counselors are well trained and they won't disclose your information.
Now wait, Steph, you wanna follow me?
Get up and come with you right now.
You don't have to suffer in silence. We at the Department of Social Services Gender Affairs Division are here to help. If you or someone you know is suffering from domestic violence, please contact us at 469-5521 extension 2045. You can also visit our office on the Park Road in Charlestown, across from the federal office. Domestic violence is a criminal offense, and you have the right not to be a victim. Break the silence and end the suffering.
This is a public service announcement from the Department of Social Services Gender Affairs Division in collaboration with Nevis Television.
Well, I'm back, and cricket takes the spotlight tonight. It was a literal carnage at the Eat-A-Willet Park on Monday, 27th February, as Antigua and Barbuda engaged Nevis in the Leeward Islands split tournament fixture. The Antigua and Barbuda team won the toss and elected to bat first. Nevis made a few changes to their previous match lineup. Captain Kyron Powell is back to lead the team, while standing captain Colin Archibald is taking a rest. Also in our fast bowling debutant, Kimani Nisbet, and along with Jamie Cornelius, Sid Williams was asked to sit out this one. Thereafter, there was virtual carnage as the batsmen scored at a rapid clip, going at a regular rate of almost 5 runs per over for the entire day. Kareem Gore struck an impressive century, and there were also classy knocks from Scott, James, and Benter, who all got half centuries. At one point, the division bowlers seemed only to be hoping for the batsmen to make a mistake, as boundaries came at regular intervals. The bad news for Nevis' team at that point was that the big hitting that was already being done probably was not all over yet, because the king of big hitting was yet to come. As a matter of fact, he came in late in the evening, Rakeem Jimbo Cornwall. And it was anticipated that if the visitors continued to bat earlier today, then Cornwall might have just teed in on the 6-hitting party. Summarized scores: Antigua and Barbuda 475 for 6 in 96 overs, Kareem Gore 175, Kenrick Scott 84, Kofi James 74, Darren Benter 57, Jaden Carmichael 2 for 80, Kimani Nisbet, Ross Powell, and Onaje Amri 1 wicket each. In another match being played over in St. Kitts, St. Kitts took on Montserrat. Montserrat was kittled out for 96. Jamal Williams made 23, not out. Sean Trade 20. Rashid Eddy 6 for 47. Jeremiah Louis 2 for 11. St. Kitts 213 for 9. Xavier Saunders 53. Akeem Saunders 37. Larry O'Dane 34. Terrence Ward 33. Roshan Fenton 2 for 22. Jamiel KB 2 for 25. Dino Baker 2 for 51. St. Kitts led by 117 runs. Well, we go to the Eat-A-Willet Park and we take in some of the day's action from the first day, Antigua and Barbuda versus Nevis.
Yeah, the Eat-A-Willet Park, it's Antigua coming up against, Antigua and Barbuda coming up against Nevis, and the Nevis team starting with a couple of changes. Captain Kyron Powell is back. He's in running things today. Kezran Archibald, who captained the team in previous encounters, is out, along with Sid Williams and trying to remember, Tiger Brown is out as well. In today, making their debuts, would be Tyrrell Mills. We get back to that. Tyrrell Mills makes his oh no, he's not in. Tyrrell Mills not in. So we have Jamie Cornelius is in, and we have Kimani Webb, who bowled the previous over, is in as well. I think Kimani is making his debut. Down the track he goes. It's gone for 6. That's a serious shot. Gone way over our heads. Over the wall into Tobias Yard. That's a big 6. Chipping down the track and hitting big. Lovely heave that. Certainly this has become a norm with cricket here at the Eat-A-Willet Park. One man and his dog going to Moore Meadow. Reached in time to see that huge 6. So the ball was lost for a few moments there. And I think they finally got into the Tobias Yard to get it out. So Nevis a little bit behind the 8 ball. Apparently, Antigua has been scoring pretty freely all morning. 1 wicket gone. Flatter, and he's pulling this one. Dropping just in front of the field and going for 4. It was a short ball. He dragged it down flatter and faster. He tugged it. It was in the air for a long time. The fielder was thinking about whether I should dive towards it or just stop it. I think he made a dive, but it jumped just in front of him and went through him for 4. So Carmichael moves in once more. Bold here. Again, he's swinging into this one. Where's this one going? That's gone on top of the hill. That's gone for 6. Short ball. And certainly a rank long hop on that occasion. And he just rocked back and hit it right up on top of the hill. And it's gone for 6. So it's obvious that the batsman has decided that he's going to tee off on Carmichael here. And Carmichael not handling the pressure well. Dragging it down. Here goes once more. Flat again. He's pulling this one. Dropping just in front of the man at deep mid-wicket. And Onaje Amri waited on it. And they seem to be very disappointed with that. But that ends, no, that's not the end of the over. It's a very expensive over so far. So we'll have to find out the name of the batsman, a very aggressive left-handed batsman. And it's Kofi James, who is the right-hander in strike now. Here he goes now. Carmichael bowled, good delivery. That's a better delivery. Plays it up to Jamie Cornelius, a short extra. And I think that's the end of the over finally. So here goes once more. That's close! He's gone! Sweeping right across it, the left-hander. And plumb in front, he comes back. But leg before wicket, very entertaining knock. But LBW to Onaje Amri. Sweeping right across it on that occasion. And so Nevis has some time to regroup here and would want to get their act together because they were certainly a little bit behind the 8 ball. So Mickey Mills would be tremendously pleased, I believe, being a mentor to this youngster for quite some time. As it's going to be Kimani Webb on debut. And he'll be bowling to the new batsman. So Carmichael taken out of the attack just for the while, just to catch himself as he moves in now, misses his run up. So Carmichael was taken to the cleaners by the left-handed batsman. We'll get his name eventually, but then he just couldn't handle Onaje Amri, sweeping right across the line. So here goes once more, moves in now to bold. He's turning this one into the onside, off quickly, his Bowen stuck it. And they can't prevent the leg by. Bit off target on that occasion. So it's Webb racing in now to bowl. Good delivery, but hit intentionally over the head of the man at mid-on, down towards the long on boundary for 4. It was up in his half, and he intentionally got under it and hit it way over the head of Andrew Brown, down to the boundary for 4. So here's Webb once more. Races in now to bowl. He's driving, but there's a man deep on the extra cover boundary. They should get 2 very easily here. And it seems as if he may have completed a half century. Well, he just raises the glove in acknowledgement. I'm not sure, but I think that could be his half century. Going to be congratulated here by his teammate. But he just waved the hand as if to say, I'm not done yet. Kamani Webb should have other ideas though. So here is Amri, bowled. He's driving. Oh, true Ross Powell, that's careless. And they should get 2 very easily here. Ross Powell looked a little bit too relaxed coming across there. It was well driven, but he really should have stopped that. and it went through him. They got 2. So it's going to be on Najee Amri. Outside Williams and Justin Armadan doing emergency duties along the boundary line. Here goes now. It's going to be Amri Onaje. Good delivery. He's back on the back foot. Keeps it out. So, thanks to Cherry and Walwyn, we have found out the names of the batsmen. The batsman who was out playing all those big shots is Esan Wana. Very aggressive youngster, could tell you. Right now in strike. Well, we get back to that shot and it pulled away. That's a rank long hop. That's gone for 4. Short ball, and he just pulled it away for 4. So the non-striker is Kofi James. He's on 50. And Tyrone Williams Jr. went for 25. And Esan Warner went for 26. This batsman will get his name in a few. But he has started very aggressively. That was a long hop. Pulled away for 4. Here goes once more Amri. Bowls better delivery. He stands up straight. Plays it on into the onside. Can't score. So, Antigua, 117 for the loss of 2. So he goes once more. Bowl loops it. He's driving. There's Nelson Boland coming across. Can't prevent the single. And certainly teasing the batsman into the shot, but he drove it hard. Gets a single. And that brings Kofi James back into strike. Here goes once more. This time he's playing. That's a lovely shot. And he has played it backward of point. It was a back of a length delivery, not really a bouncer. He was up to his full height and guided it backward of point for 4. It was a lovely shot by Gore. Cricket is a game of concentration and consistency. Staying with the program. Here he goes. He's driving this time past the man that shot extra, the man that long off chases, but only to retrieve. That's a lovely shot by Kareem Gore. And driven to the offside, well driven on that occasion by Kareem Gore. And gone for 4. That was a lovely heave there by Kofi James. Down the track he was and hit it straight into the Villa grounds. Certainly chipping, getting to the pitch and hitting it beautifully into the Villa grounds for 6. Antigua continues to trottle on here at the E.T. Willett Park. So with just one slip in place and a man at a gully position, maybe it might be good to have a man at third man. But for now, the captain has a plan. So let's see how that plan works out. Here goes now. Boland bowls. This time he goes for the slaughter. Well taken there by Carlin Bowenstockett. Super take. Leaping in the air. He's not a tall man by any stretch of the imagination. And Carlin Bowenstockett was going to his full height and pulling it down with one glove. Brilliant. On that occasion is that Ross Powell. This time around, big effort there by Ross Powell and stopping that one as it was hit hard, and so trying to tease the batsman into error. Here is Onaje Amri bowls. This time becomes solidly forward, well lined on that occasion. So Onaje Amri, the West Indies on the 19 off spinner, moves in once more to bowl to shot, and he's pulling this one. That's a lovely shot, but there's a man deep. That's Nelson Boland tracking that one down, and well hit on that occasion, keeping it down, and gets a single. Trying for the faster ball, dropping it too short though. So that brings James back into strike, Kofi James. As he settles over his bat, he's taller than Gore. Here he goes. He's swinging into that one, and that's gone far. Well, it's landed just inside the boundary, but slug sweep on that occasion. Deliberate, intentional shot. So the ball has been lost for the moment. Ambry moves in once more to bowl. Down the track he goes. He swings into that. That's gone. Almost looked like it was premeditated there. That's a huge hit. He was down the track early, and he just swung that. It has gone up into the car park up there. That's a huge hit. And the spectators on the hill, I don't think they would have enjoyed that, but they would have to say that that's a big hit. And these sixes are going so far, and Raheem Cornwall hasn't come to the crease as yet. It's a scary thought for Nevis. So it would appear as if James has gone into another gear. Settles over his bat now as he goes. He's swinging into that. That's coming towards me. That's gone for 6. Kofi James has gone into another gear, up in his half, and he laced it. It's gone over my head, back to the Tobias yard. That's a big one. And Kofi James has certainly stepped into another zone. So for the big fast bowler, Kyron Powell has indicated that Ken Pemberton should stay right back on the long off boundary. Let's see what Boland would respond. Fast bowlers don't like to be mistreated. This time making some height, left alone by James. Here's Boland. Hush here at the E.T. Willett Park. Moves in now to bowl. And he swings it. Well caught. Oh, he has given it away. It was a great catch by the debutant Kimani Webb. It wasn't a good delivery. Let's make that absolutely clear. But it was a wrong choice of shot. He apparently forgot there was a man around there. He just clipped it. He was so much on top of the bowling that it was a casual looking shot by James. And diving forward, great catch that by Kimani Webb. And so Nelson Boland has struck.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.